The beginning of our TribeTix app today. Here we go. So this is called Count Me In. Yep. New project. Start new project. Count Me In. TribeTix. This is period 1, quarter 3. I'm gonna hit OK. It's right there on top of your board, right? Guys, isn't this on your engineering sheet? Should you be looking at your engineering sheet or should you be looking at me? You should be looking at your engineering sheet. I'm here just as a guide. You guys with me on this? You guys created an engineering sheet for a purpose yesterday. Make sure you use that, okay? If I wasn't here today, you guys just need to act like I'm not here. Are you with me? So that you get the full effect of understanding how we design and then how we build from our designs. So, you know, there was a reason why we did that yesterday. So I'm looking at my engineering design sheet, and I'm going to go ahead and start with this layout. And I'm going to grab a bunch of horizontal layouts in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many do we need? 8, 7, 8. Okay, so it's a pretty big program, yes. All right, so on the first horizontal arrangement, number 1, I'm going with fill parent. And now I'm going to sit here for a little bit. I'm going to work here, and I'm going to drag in a label. And this label is going to be called LBL student name. Okay. And then down here, I'll go ahead and go to text. I go to my text and I type in student name, colon. And there it is. And then next to that, I have a text box. Okay, so here's my text box. We'll go ahead and rename that text box. This is called TXB, student name. And that's done. And now we need a button. So there's my button. And this is called BTN what? Student ID. Okay, so if we want to get the student ID, we're going to click that button. And I'm going to go down to no text. And I'm going to make this a round button. Oval. And then I'm going to go ahead and make its height to be, this is going to have to be pretty small today, 30 by 30. And width 30 by 30. And that's it. Now, what we need to go do now is go get a barcode reader. So we'll go barcode, icon. And now I go into here, I go into images. And I'm going to find a circular one. How about red? There you go. So this is going to be a Fairfield app, right? So it's going to be red and black. So I'm going to choose this one. I'm going to view the image. And I'm going to save the image as. And now you guys should be going back to your documents. Should you guys be making a folder for this app? Yeah. So make sure you go back into your folder. Okay. And in here you should be creating a new folder called Count Me In TribeTix 1.1.3. And then inside of here, you guys can hit paste. Okay, so that's my image. And now let's go see if this image needs any GIMP work. So let me go back to my Let me go back to my, there he is. Let me go back to my MIT, and I'm going to go ahead and upload the image. You choose a file, you go back to your library, first name, last name, count me in, barcode, and let's see if it comes out circular, or let's see if it comes out square. That's pretty circular, so that's good. Okay? You guys with me on that? What? That's why I created a video. What? No, I have a video for this. So now I move into my next horizontal arrangement. And the width is fill parent. And what goes in the next box? We have a team name. So I need a label. This is LBL team. And inside the text is team name, colon. And then inside of here, we want a spinner. Boom, there it is. Okay. So this is going to be called SPN, team name. And now we need to add items to our team name. As the programmer, we're going to list all these team names in here. You guys with me on this? So what we did is we went and did some research on the team names. Why is your computer down? Let's go, start to build. Where's your engineering design paper at? Where's your engineering design paper at? Are you guys with me? Why are you guys all staring up at the board? You don't have to. What should you be looking at? What can you guys be looking at? Your engineering design paper, right? Am I right? Am I right? So if I'm going too fast for you, then slow down, take your time, look at your engineering design paper and build from there. That's why we have an engineering design paper. You guys with me on this? You can always go back to this tonight, tomorrow, whenever you need to. That's why I'm making the video for you. Okay? You guys with me on this? All right. All right, so now I want to add team names to this, to the elements from strings. So up here, I'm just going to go and put them in alphabetical order. I have a piece of paper here, right? We did our research. I'm the programmer. I'm the developer. I went to the school and said, hey, can you give me the list of the team names? Here you go. So I went and got the list of the team names. And now I'm just going to go right through here. So we have Aquila. We have Aquarius. Okay. And then this is how you just log them in here. You just comma. And I have Andromeda. And then you just go into your strings and you hit comma. Every time I put a comma in there, it's a new string. It'll be a list of your choices in there. Just like doing January, February, March, April, May, June, July. You guys with me on that? And then they're going to hit this drop-down menu and for the spinner, and they're going to be able to select from it. So I'm going to pause the tape. So I'm going to go ahead and make some of these text boxes fill parent. So it kind of pushes everything over to the right. It looks a little bit better to me. Okay, next box down. I'm going to repeat and put a label in there. So this is LBL teacher name. Can administrators give out tickets also? Or is it just teachers? They can. So maybe that's why they do have staff name in there. So we'll put staff name in there. Okay, and then its text is going to be staff name, colon, space, and let's go to this fill parent arrangement. This fill parent arrangement is fill parent. And I did the wrong one, so that's automatic. I want to go to with fill parent. There we go. And now I need a text box. And I'm going to rename that text box TXB staff name. And I'm going to put in a button next to that. And that button is going to be a width 30 by 30 like we did before. And that button is going to be an oval. And that button is going to have 0 text, no text at all. And I'm going to go ahead and get that button that we just put in there before. So now it's already in there. So all you have to do is go ahead and click on barcode again and hit OK. And it's already in there. And now let's go ahead and push this over to the right. So I want to go ahead and go fill parent. Boom. All right, how am I looking here so far? Pretty good. Now you can see these alignments of these boxes are a little off. We can work with that a little bit later. What we can do here is make these like percentages. Let's say this width is 30%. Okay, and then this team name here, this width can be 30%. So you can put percentages on here, and this team name here is 30% width. So you are allowed to do percentages on here. Okay, do you see how that threw those boxes over? Okay, that'll make that look a little bit cleaner. And now it should line up those boxes, and it did. So when you get an idea, you guys can use percentages to do widths. So I have 3 boxes in there, so I divided it up by 30%. Does that make sense? 100 divided by 3, it's like 33%. So I just made it 30%. Okay? You guys liking that? All right, next box down. What's in the next box down? This is the authentication code. So I'm going to drag in another label, LBL, and I'm going to abbreviate this authentication code. So I'll just do auth code, and I'll go to its text box, and I'll say authentication code, colon, and let's go to this. Ooh, this is a vertical arrangement. You guys see that? Not good, not good, not good. So I need to take this and drag it down to the next one that's horizontal. I need to delete this vertical because that's not going to work for me. And we can name all these horizontal arrangements later. Yes. Right now? Sure. Okay, so there's my authentication code, and we need a password box in here. So this is your first time using a password box. So let's call this the password pass code. And I named it, and that's good. And we're done there. Yeah. Sure. Absolutely. Come on up. That's a good use of technology. Okay. Next, what do I have? Okay, I have a spinner next. So this is a vertical arrangement. I got to delete that. Don't want that. I need a horizontal. Okay, so next I'm going to have this horizontal arrangement is going to be fill parent. They're all fill parent. And next in here I'm going to have a spinner. So we're going to go back to our user interface. I'm going to grab a spinner. That is a globe. I need a spinner. There it is. And that width is going to be fill parent. And I'm going to add items to this spinner. So I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I'm going to go more tickets than we think you could get at one time. Are you with me? Does this make sense? I would rather have more tickets in there that you could possibly get than have less. Let's say somebody wanted to give you 20. I don't want them to give you 10 and 10. That takes up too much time. So you need to think about what's the maximum number of tickets you could possibly get. Let's stop the tape and let's talk about. So this is how I do. I put the elements in a string, I fill parent, I prompt, I select number of tickets, and then the selection is always going to be at 1 by default. And if you don't want 1, then you go down and select another one. Are you with me? Okay. Any questions on how to do spinners? They pretty easy? Pretty easy, yeah. All right, so what's next? The next box down, horizontal arrangement, is a fill parent. And what goes in this box? This is the button, right? Okay, so this is going to be a large button. This is going to be our Indian head button. And I'm going to go ahead and make this horizontal arrangement centered. And this is going to be a nice large Indian head button, our logo. Okay, so what we need to do right now is go to the internet, and I'm just going to go and type in Fairfield High School logo, and see if it comes up. There it is. And there it is. All right, do we want black or red? Red? All right, so let's go red. That's our main color. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to right click on that. I'm going to save it. Where should it go? Where should I put it? Yeah, in that folder, right? So this is logo 2016. It's JPEG, that's fine. While we're out here on the internet, are there any other one of these logos that we like? Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's grab the F while we're here. Okay. And I can save this image. And I can throw it in there. Look at these. These are cool. That's cool. Okay, Fairfield Indians. View image, right click, save that. Okay, you guys can just put these in your file folder. Are you with me on this? What's different about these? Yeah. So I don't know if we want some of those. If you want those, go ahead and grab them. Put them in your app. Okay, Fairfield's probably going to give us permission since we're making this app for them. That one's a little bit different. It's kind of cool. I thought I found a really nice black. There it is. This is the one I like right here. Have you guys seen this one yet? I really like this one. Okay, so this is the one I want for my button. See how it's got that really cool background on it? Okay, so now I go back to my, I go back to my app, and I'm going to go to this button right here. And what am I doing? I am going to text, get rid of the text, and I'm going to go ahead and put in my image. So upload the image, choose a file, and I like this one right here. I like the black one. All right. And this height and width should be fill parent and width fill parent. Okay, get that to like shrink down a little bit. You know what? I might have to play with the height a little bit. Okay, so let's think about the height here. Let's go to percentages. What percent of this height? There's 100% in the full screen. Are you with me? So what percentage do you think we ought to give to the height of this button? 30%? Okay, so let's try 30%. If we're wrong, guess what we can do? Change it. All right, 30%. All right, so right now it may not show up. So what is 30%? 30% of 400 is, that's about 120 pixels, right? So let's just try to just say this is like 60 pixels tall. There we go. That looks pretty cool. I like that. Okay. That's going to be a button, and you can press on that button and give yourself tickets. Are you guys with me on this? Who understands what I'm doing? What's going on here? The next box down is my next horizontal arrangement. And this next horizontal arrangement is fill parent. What goes in this box? A checkbox and a label. Okay, so I want to go get a checkbox. Let's rename that checkbox CHB enabled. And then let's go to its text and type in enabled. And then next to it, I want a label. And this label is called LBL count total. Okay, and I'm going to put in here count total. You guys with me on this? Are we good? All right, what's next? Okay, now we need this row of buttons. That's next. So I need another horizontal arrangement. Looks like I deleted one. So go grab another horizontal arrangement. This width is fill parent. And now I'm going to put in 4 buttons in here. Button 1, button 2, button 3, and button 4. I really don't care where they go right now as long as they're all in that box. Okay, I have 4 buttons in there. What width percentage should we give all 4 of those buttons? What's 100 divided by 4? What's 100 divided by 4? 25. So you guys could give them 25% widths. Are you with me on that? Or you could figure out, it's 400 all the way across. Are you with me on that? So 400 divided by 4, they each could get 100. But you don't want them that close together, so you may want to give them like 60 or 80. Remember we did 60 by 60 buttons before, and they were pretty good? So that's probably what I'm going to do to give them a little bit of space in here. Okay, so let's go ahead and start to rename these buttons. This is a cancel. Let's go to this button over here. Start on the left. This is going to be BTN what? Reset. This is my reset button. And I'm going to have no text, and its width and height are going to be 60 pixels. And they're going to be oval. I'll make all these oval. Let's go to the next one. Rename. BTN. What's next? Voice. That's our voice commands. Width, 60 pixels. Width, 60 pixels. So height and width is 60. I said that wrong. Shape is oval. Text is none. And let's go on to the next one. You guys see are you guys getting good at doing this? Okay, you just give it a name. BTN. What's next? Buy. So this is my buy button. We're going to use this to buy with our tickets. 60 by 60. Width 60 by 60. Shape is an oval. Text is none. And yeah, sure. Absolutely. You guys are welcome to pass that around. Okay. And I didn't rename this button, so let's go ahead and rename this button. This is BTN. If you're not sure, look at your engineering paper. And what's my last button over there called? BTN what? Can everybody see the 4th button on the right over there? Can you help me out? 4th button on the right on the bottom. Submit. Thank you. It's my submit button. How can I forget that? So it's my submit button. So I'm going to call it BTN submit. Width is 60 by 60. Height 60 by 60. Width and height are 60 pixels. Shape is oval. And I'm going to have no. And now these are offset a little bit to the left. So I'm going to go back to my horizontal arrangement. And we're going to go ahead and call these to center. Now those buttons are centered in the mirror. So there's my app. Okay? You guys with me on this? Now the only thing I don't like is, do you guys see the gray inside of all these boxes? I don't like that at all. So I'm just going to click right through my horizontal arrangements, and maybe we should name these. Let's call this HA buttons. And the background color is going to be none. There we go. And then this is going to be, rename this one as HA enabled. And its background color is going to be none. And this one right here, oh, I didn't name this button. Okay, we'll call this BTN counter. So that's the button that you count with. And we'll call this HA counter. That holds the counter. And its default is none. And let's go to this one. I didn't name this spinner. So that's, what spinner is that? SPN. What is this spinner doing? SPN numTix. Okay. And then this can be HA ticks. That holds the number of tickets. Background color is none. Authentication code. So we'll call this HA auth code. That holds our authorization code. Background color is none. Let's go up here. And this is your staff name. So we'll name this as HA staff. Background color is none. And I'm going to go right up here. And I don't know what just happened there. Don't know what just happened there. I think I pulled those out of place there for a minute. 5 minutes left. Okay, so here we go. So what am I going to name this one? I got off there a little bit. So this is HA team, horizontal for the team, and its background color is none. And right here, this is, we'll call this one HA student. And its background color is none. Okay. Now what we can do is go out and make a really cool background for our background. Are you guys with me on this? So we could go to GIMP. How big is our background? Let me do this in GIMP in 2 minutes. How big is our background? Everybody should know our screen size. Right, 300 by 400, right, Corey? So File, New. Watch this. What size am I going to make my new GIMP? I'm going to make it 300 by 400. Okay. I hit OK. And my computer program's working kind of slow right now. I'm going to go to Windows, New Toolbox. My toolbox appears. My window's going real slow. And I'm going to go to this gradient tool. And over here, I can pick like 2 colors, red and black. So let's move this over here to red. And let's try to get our Fairfield red. There it is. There's Fairfield red. And then let's go down here to the green one. And let's go ahead and get black. And hit OK. And now I can use my gradient tool. Double click on my gradient tool. And I can go up here to this 4 colors, and you're going to see red and black up here. See this red and black? And there it is. So, and that's spiral. I don't have to do spiral. I could do like linear. Okay, Control Z that. Drag that across, and there's some linear. You guys with me on this? You guys like that background? And you can pick any one of these you want. Control Z. You can go radial, square. Pretty cool. Okay, you just pick these colors that you want for your background. Shape. Okay, it'll do all these different shapes for you. And shape dimpled. You can do those if you want. And you just kind of play around here and get the one that you want. I'd like kind of that reversed. That'd be kind of cool. Shape angular. That's cool. All right, so then I just hit File, Export As. And what I want to do now is go into my, I want to go into first name, and I want to go into count me in, and then I'm going to save it here as my background. So I'll go background dot JPG. I'm going to save it as a JPEG because it's smaller quality, and I'm not doing transparencies. I hit export, and then I go back into my MIT app, and I click on my screen one. I go to background image. I upload this background image, and there's my background screen, and I hit OK. And we're going to wait for it. And there it is. So that's your cool app that you built today. The only thing we need tomorrow are some cool pictures on our 4 buttons. Okay? I hope this video helps. I know it's a lot. I know we're quick, but we only have 47 minutes in here, and that's why I make videos so you guys can go back and see our videos. So I hope this helps. Enjoy. Let me know what you think. Thanks.